I'm sure you've heard this argument before that you can't trust the Bible because there's so many errors and mistakes in the copies that we have today. While it is true that there are many textual variants in the copies that we have today, does that necessarily make it a bad thing? Does that really mean the Bible can't be trusted?
The Christians were less discerning in their proliferation of written documents. So the Jews had this whole system where you had to be a trained scribe, and they were very, very careful. Whereas the Christians were like, we want to get this thing out as fast as we can, as often as we can, which had a lot of benefits in that their goal was evangelism, and that worked. But the downside of it was that you get really messy copies. But ironically, with the Christian manuscripts, because we have so many, it's actually because of the mistakes that we're able to trace the text back with a high degree of confidence. Because if you have copies that are floating around North Africa and places like Egypt, and then you have copies in Syria, and you have copies out into Asia and into Europe and the British Isles, when mistakes pop up, they're geographically located. And because you have so many, you can compare and contrast them. This is a field called textual criticism. We do this with all ancient documents. We do it with, Marcus Aurelius. We even do it with Shakespeare with the different copies. Because if you only have one copy, you have to trust that the person who copied that got it right.